President. The Caribbean Court of Justice, Appellate Jurisdiction, on appeal from the Court of Appeal of Guyana. Hearing of the appeal in the matter of GYCV 2023-004 between Xi Jinping and Xiao against Guyana of Power and Lighting. The members of the panel are the Honorable Mr. Justice Saunders, President and Presiding Judge.
Good afternoon, Council.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Anderson.
Good afternoon, Council.
The Honorable Madam Justice Rajnali.
Good afternoon, everyone.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Barrow.
Good afternoon.
And Honorable Mr. Justice Burgess.
Good afternoon, Council.
Council, you may now enter your appearances.
Good afternoon, Honorable President and judges of the Caribbean Court of Justice. Stephen Fraser. Appearing with me is Mr. Taney Husty. Mr. Chantel Scott, who appeared on the last occasion, was required to be before another court. Together, we appear for the appellants, Jain and Zhao.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. I'm Crystal Burns, holding for Mr. Timothy Jonas, Senior Counsel, for the Respondent and Power and Light. I extend apologies on behalf of Senior Counsel. He is traveling and he was unable to attend.
Yes. Good afternoon, Council. It is an understatement to say that this year has been a year of sorrow for us at the Caribbean Court of Justice. As you all would know, two more of our former judges, former President Justice Labastide and Justice Israel Bernard, left us recently within days of each other. On Friday, 12th April, in association with the judiciaries of the Republic of Guyana and Tobago, we shall be paying tribute to the life and service of Justice Labastide at a special sitting. And on Thursday, 18th April, we shall similarly be honoring the memory of Madam Justice Bernard with a special sitting. Further details of these sittings will be posted on our website. But in honor of the service to esteemed judges, I now invite you all to observe 1 minute's silence before we embark upon the delivery of today's judgment. The judgment is going to be delivered today was authored by Mr. Justice Burgess, and I'm going to ask him to read his summary of the judgment.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'll begin with the usual caveat, which is this summary is not intended to be a substitute for the reasons of the Caribbean Court of Justice or to be used in any later consideration of the court's reasons. Noted, please. The appellants are individuals doing business in Guyana trading only the names New Thrive-In Restaurant and New Thrive-In Fast Food. The respondent, Guyana Power and Light Incorporated, and they call it GPL, is a public utility company incorporated under the Companies Act, Chapter 8901, and holding a license under the Electricity Sector Reform Act, Chapter 5601, to supply electricity to the public. We call the Electricity Sector Reform Act, the ESRA, in this summary. The instant matter concerns a dispute between the parties in respect of arrears accrued by virtue of consumption by the appellant of electricity supplied by GPL. The electricity was supplied by GPL to the appellants via account number 13003-34611, registered in the bank of New Zealand Restaurant between January 2002 and July 2009. During this period, appellants were billed monthly based on their meter reading together with statutory monthly charges. At the end of the period, arrears of the appellant's account exceeded payments credited to the account by the sum of $13,768,937 Guyanese dollars. On 29th of October 2010, GPL commenced an action in the Commercial Division of the High Court against the appellants to recover the sum of $13,768,937 Guyanese dollars as arrears of payments for electricity supplied by GPL. In the High Court, the main defense relied upon by the appellants was that the computer-generated printout for account number 13003 34611 showed a current balance of 0. The court accepted evidence that GPL had transferred the accrued amount of $13,768,937 Guyanese dollars to another account held by the same individuals, as is allowed under Regulation 23 of the Public Electricity Supply Regulations. Hence, it is that on the computer-generated printout. The High Court held that the appellants were liable to pay GPL the sum of $13,768,937 Guyanese dollars as arrears for electricity supplied and not paid for by them. On appeal from this decision to the Court of Appeal, the decision of the first instance court was upheld. By virtue of the notice of appeal filed on 12 May 2023, the decision of the Court of Appeal was appealed to this court. The court began by settling the question of the nature of the relationship between GPL and the appellants. In this regard, the court explained that Section 23 of the SRA expressly creates a statutory contract between consumer and the public supplier for the supply of electricity. The court then went on to explain the effect of GPL's right under Regulation 31(2) of the PESR to recover debt by civil action without prejudice to their right to recover under other law. The court reasoned that the effect of the expression without prejudice in Regulation 31(2) is that GPL is not restricted to enforcing its debt as a statutory claim, but retains all other means of access to the court. and in particular, an action for breach of the electrical supply contract. Next, the court turned to the question of GPL's ability to back bill the applicant beyond a 12-month period. The court was of the view that there are provisions in GPL's standard terms and conditions for electric services, which set out billing periods as required by the framework section regulation 31.2 of the PESR to encourage GPL to backbill beyond 12 months. According to the court, the evidence demonstrated that GPL billed the applicants in line with such billing periods under the standard terms and conditions, and the appellants were now liable for these sums pursuant to clause 7.5a of the standard terms and conditions. The court thus concluded that GPL was entitled to bill the appellants for a period beyond.
Was not fluid. Is there anything from council?
Yes, please, Your Honors.
Yes.
Your Honors, two things. On the question of cost, counsel holding for Mr. Jones. Secondly, Your Honors, on my own behalf, on behalf of my firm, I would like to convey our sincerest condolences to the court for its loss, not only of past, but also of its present, or its recently present member, Justice Witt. We do hope, Your Honor, that we see no more losses for several decades to come. And there's one other integral part of the legal sodality and the development of jurisprudence from which this court, or to which this court has referred on several occasions. Thank you, Your Honors.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Fraser. Incidentally, Justice Cumberbatch had also been a member of the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, the Regional Judicial and Legal Services Commission. A very sorrowful year for us. Counsel was holding for Mr. Jonas. That's Ms. Abrams?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Yes, can you confirm what was stated by Mr. Fraser?
Yes, please, Your Honor. Senior has instructed that we have agreed to costs in the amount of 1.5 million Guyana dollars. And if I may also extend condolences on behalf of my firm to the Honorable Court.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, and let me apologize once again for the quality of the broadcast. Madam Registrar, you may close the proceedings.
Thank you, President Saunders, Mr. Justice Anderson, Madam Justice Rajnath Lee, Mr. Justice Barrow, and Mr. Justice Burgess. Thank you also to counsel and to the court staff. These proceedings are now adjourned.
Thank you.